Okay, good day, everyone. So today we are going to solve some additional problems on Unilag post CTME questions. So, but before then, let's quickly have a review of what we have done before. Now we've done problems on quadratic equations where we dealt with roots of quadratic equations. We solved several problems in that line. And we also solved some problems on trigonometry that involve the usage of what? SOHCAHTOA. Okay. Then this is also a problem that requires the usage of what? SOHCAHTOA. Okay. And this, then we then have further problems on quadratic equations. So today we move into other sets of what? Problems. Okay. Problems on statistics. Problems on statistics. Okay. So statistics generally has to do with what? Data. Sorry, please, I need to shut my door. I have some noise coming from the outside. Okay. So we have statistics itself has to do with what? Data. Anything statistic, think of what? Data. So what are the things we do? The very first thing in statistics is collection of data. So collection of data. So the next thing we do, we have what? Classification of data. We have presentation of data. We have interpretation of data. And generally we have what? Analysis of data. So if I say statistics, think of collection, classification, presentation, interpretation, analysis of what? Data. So statistics has what? Two parts. We have a part called the inferential statistics and a part called what? The descriptive statistics. Inferential and what? Descriptive. And we are not going to be going into too much definitions here. We're just going straight into measures, mathematical measures in what? Statistics. So the two mathematical methods, measures in statistics. Number one, we have what they call measure of central tendency. Measure of central tendency. Let me quickly add somebody on the call. Okay, so we have measure of central tendency, and there are three measures of central tendency. We have the mean, the median, and the what? And the mode. So another person on the call. Okay. So we have a mean, median, and mode. The mean itself means you want to look for average. The median itself means you want to look for the middle or the center of a given data. The mode itself means you want to look for what? The most frequent what? Data points. Most frequent. So for you to calculate the mean, so the mean is equal to what? The total value over total number. Total number. So this is how you calculate what? The mean of a given data. So I'm going to take an example. Question from PQ. Question from past question. Past questions. Unilag past question. So there is a question that says that in a family of 12 members, in a family of 12 members, it says what? The average age of the male, the average age of the male is 42 years. And that of the family, sorry, I made a mistake, and that of the female, is 32 years, 38 years, I mean. If the average age of the family is 40. So the question wants you to find the number of males, in the family is dash. So we have options like 6, like 5, we have 8, and we have what? We have 4. Okay. So according to the question, it says you have what? A family of 12. They said the average age of male is 42. And the average age of female is what? 38. If the what? Average age of the family is 40, the total number of what male in the family is what? That's what you're looking for. Now, what do you need? You just need to know that what mean is equals to total value over what total number. Having that information is enough to solve this particular problem. You just have family. In this family, we have 12. The mean of the family, according to the question, is what? Is 40. Don't forget that from what I gave to you here, as mean being total value over total number, if I want to get the total value, like in this case now, the total age of the family, I just need to cross multiply. So if I come here, the total age of the family is going to be what? 40 times the total number of people in the family, that's 12. Now, since the family consists of these 12 people, consists of male and female, and the question told you that what? The average age of male is what? 42. So 42 is the average age of male. Then times the number of male, we don't know. Let's call it N. Or let me just call it M for male. Then plus, let's say we have what? Female. The number of female we also don't know. But we know the what? Average age to be 38. So we can say 38 times what? F. So F means female and M means what? Male. But we know that what? The number of female is equals to, what is it called? 12 minus the number of male. So I can say 40 times what? 12 equals to 42 M. Then plus I have 38 into the bracket of 12 minus M. Why 12 minus M? We have male plus female equals to 12. And female is going to be 12 minus male. So from there, we can just do the maths. Can do what is 4 times 12? You have 4 8s, then 0. So you have 42M, and plus, when you multiply 38 and what? 12. So what do you get there? You simply have, so you have 38 times 12. Is your choice if you want to use calculator or you use what? Your head. That's going to give you what? 450 what? 6. N minus 38 what? N. So what do? Take this to the other side and do 480 minus 5 what? 6. Let me take that away. Minus 456. That's going to give you 42n minus 38n, which is what? 4n. So what's the difference between 80 and 56? That's going to be 24. So you have what? 24 equals to 4n. So from there, what do you have? N is going to be equals to 24 over 4. And what does that give you? That gives you 6. So the answer is equals to 6. Now the question should be, is this how I am going to solve it if I were to be in the exam hall? The answer will be no. I'm not going to solve this problem like this. Because it involves small number, I am going to use the options. Like I'll play the options. Now watch again. The option supply due. Hold on, I need to duplicate this. The option supply due 6, 5, 4, and 8. And is asking for the number of male in the family. So watch what I will do. I have 12 members in the family. And the average age of the family is what? 40. Right? So it means the total age of the family is going to be 40 times what? 12. I already know that as what? 480. I'll keep that aside. Then what do? I'll start playing the options. I'll start with option A. If we have 6 male in the family, that automatically means we should also have 6 female in the family. So I'll just do 42, since we have 42 times 6. And what? And 38 times what? Times 6. If you add this up, is it going to give me 480? If that's the answer, then if we have 480, then we have an answer. So you multiply 46 times 6 and 38 times 6. Of course, if your math is good, you wouldn't waste much time because this will be common to them. You will just add 42 and 38, that giving you 80. You will now do 80 times 6, and that's equals to what? 480. So that makes it the answer. But this is with me being lucky that the answer is in option A. The answer might be in option D. Okay, let us imagine the options where we arrange this to. Maybe we have 5, 8, 4 before we have 6. Which means I'll have to start from 5, right? So starting from 5 mil, if I have 5 mil, I'll just do 42 times 5 plus, I'll then do 38 times what? 38 times 12 minus 5, that's going to be 7. I'll add it together. If it does not give me this 480, that's not the answer. Maybe looking at this, it won't give that, but you can use your calculator to achieve that. Then with option B, I'll do the same thing. I will do 8 male times 42. Then since we have 8 male, it means we should have 4 female. 4 times average age of female is 38. You'll add it together, you check if it is equals to 480, and you can do all this as fast as possible. That's if you don't want to use the method we use here, where you just said 40 times 12, which is the total age of the family, equals to 42 times M, which is the total age of the boys, then plus 38 times F, which is the total age of the female. So that's how to solve a question like that. Okay. Then we have another question from Unilag past question. So this says the the sum of the squares of 3 consecutive, the sum of the square of 3 consecutive natural numbers is 2030. So the question is asking the second number is dash. Option A, we have 28. B, we have 27. C, you have 26. D, you have 25. Now, if you were to be a candidate in the exam hall, don't try to solve this question the original way. They just said the sum of the squares of 3 consecutive numbers. The numbers could be, now use this. If I say 3 consecutive numbers, it means I have something like 1, 2, 3. I have something like, let's say I have something like 10, 11, 12, things like that. Now, if that's the situation, so what do we do? This question is saying sum of the squares, and it said 3 consecutive natural numbers. And we are only interested in the second number. Rather than solve it originally, I will do something like this. If this is the answer, it means we should be having 27 square plus 28 square plus 29 square. You check it out. Check if that will give you 2030. If the answer would have been 20 B, it would have been what? 26 square, 27 square, and what? 28 square. If the answer is C, it would have been 25 square, 26 square, 7 square. And if the answer were to be D, we would have started with 24 square, 25 square, and 26 square. Now, whichever one of these 4 gives 2030 is going to be what? The answer. Now, I'll wait for you to figure that out yourself. Now, figure it out. Which of them is going to give us 2030? I'm waiting for you. One of you should figure it out and tell me.
C, 26, sir.
Okay. C gave you the answer. Okay, that's
Yes.
good. So we have 25 times 25 plus you have 26 times 26 plus you have what? 27 times 27. You're very much correct. So the answer is what? Is C. So this one is going to give you 2030. The answer is what? Is C. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I have some question prepared already. I'm going to send it to the group so that you are going to use it as a practice question. This is supposed to be a short engagement for today. Do you have any question for me?
No, sir.
Okay then. So I'll send the assignment. I'll send the assignment to the group. Bye for now. Take care.
Yeah, good day, sir.
Yeah, bye.
Bye bye, sir.
Bye.
Bye.